Hi, my name is Logan Elmer, and this is the second part of my case studies assignment. The first company we were looking at is Sparky Fire Pants Images. The first thing I found interesting, or the thing that my big takeaway from them is that I thought it was interesting he tried to move in smaller circles and network. That way he builds his customer base to be very loyal, and he gets to know all of them personally so he can cater to all of their various needs as much as possible. Uh, a big mistake that I need to avoid is I need to understand my industry completely so that I don't lose income or completely fail. Knowing what consoles, company, or games, stuff like that sells, and incorporate that into my business. Overall, I don't plan on altering my business idea since after reading this case study. I don't believe that I can really learn anything from, or I don't believe that I can't. I believe that I can learn something. I just don't think that any of the stuff in this case study pertains to my particular business. Um, but something I will try to actually incorporate into the company itself is I'll try to build tighter bonds with my potential clients, making sure that they're loyal and want to come back and actually buy stuff from me. Next, we have Jun Sheen Photography, I think. Sorry if I'm pronouncing that incorrectly. I found it interesting that the owner tries to maintain relationships with their customers through social media. That's always been a very interesting idea to me. I know it's kind of newer since social media has kind of blown up in the past few years, and a lot of businesses do it to try and build their customer base. So I'm glad we get to look at a company that's actually done this effectively. Um, a big mistake I need to avoid is managing my time ineffectively. I need to make sure that everything I'm doing while I'm working is pertaining to the business and helping it grow or to further income or help it grow in some way. Again, I don't plan on altering my business. I think my actual business idea itself is pretty sound. So, and something I am going to try and incorporate is I will try to build a strong social media campaign. Being that gamers themselves tend to be a very active internet community, having an effective social media campaign will help it grow and build more consumers. Lastly, we have Live Adventurously. I found it interesting that due to the owner's knowledge of the area and the industry as a whole, they were able to avoid a disaster and not lose 9 clients. Um, I think that in order to avoid a similar mistake, I need to have backup plans, and I'm going to go into that further here in a second. And I'm going to alter my business plan to have multiple suppliers. I think if I just get all of my products from one supplier, then if they have a shortage or if like a truck crashes or something, that could end up in me losing a bunch of product and not being able to get it to my customers on time. So if I have multiple suppliers, that's not as much of an issue. And a big idea that I'm going to incorporate is I will try and grow my customer base outside of just the surrounding towns. It's a good idea for me to start small and just build in Emmett, Horseshoe Bend, and Garden Valley. But if I can potentially draw people from Boise, from McCall to my city, into my business, from those big box retail stores like Walmart, Best Buy, GameStop, then that can drastically increase my income and could allow expansion. So this has been my case studies. Thank you for listening.